I finally have my fitness tracker together. Even though it's the easiest thing in the world, I keep forgetting about it. It was done a while ago, and I worked on what I wanted to do. But I have a number of goals for week 2. So I'm going to go over what I am goal for week 2 and beyond. First, I'll start off with the fitness tracker because that's something I've been discussing in previous videos over the last week. My fitness tracker, I have a goal for week 2 of 3 days of cardio, and they can be any 3 days in the week, but 3 days of cardio, yoga whenever the mood strikes, because to be honest, some days, as like on Thursday, I did 2 sessions of yoga. I didn't have to, but I love yoga, and it's the same with the cardio. If I feel like doing more than 3, which to be bluntly honest, I'm not exactly, I don't think, up for that yet. So I'm going to do 3 days this week, which I'm happy with. It'll be better than last week. But I'm going to do yoga whenever the mood strikes. I might do yoga every night. I might do it once this week, but I at least want to do it once. So that'll be 4 activities. And I'm going to set at least 1 set of strength training exercises this week. Squats, lunges, all that fun stuff, which I am not looking forward to, but I have to do it because as much as I want to lose fat, I want to be able to gain my muscle and tone as I lose. This is what I'm going to be using. Simplest thing in the world. Get it at the Dollarama. It's a calendar. Now simply, and as I said, very simple. I got a calendar. I have it for, it's inside here, I have it for 12 months. And I'm putting a sticker on every day that I do an activity. So, that will mean that if I don't put a sticker on, if I want to be lazy and not skip it, I won't have a sticker on. So that'll push me more. It's kind of like preschool mentality. It really is. It's like when you were in preschool, or even in elementary, you would get a gold star if you were good. And if you got like 4, you got a treat for recess or something. Like I remember that's the way it used to go for us. Sometimes, depends on your teacher. But that's what this pretty much sums up. This pretty much sums up, I get a sticker for every time I do an activity. And so I'm going to want to see this calendar full of stickers of at least the number that I want for myself. And I went and I bought one of those sticker packs at the Dollarama. I also got this at the Dollarama. So it was nothing to put together. It's $3, like all together. And so I have that, and that's what I'm going to be doing is my fitness tracker, an activity fitness tracker, whatever you want to call it. It works for me. It might not work for you because everybody's different, but it works for me. Secondly, I want to incorporate more vegetables into my diet. As I find that the fruit is really easy to incorporate. I love fruit. I love strawberries, pineapple, blueberries, whatever. And it's easy to throw that into the mix. The vegetables are a little harder because I'm not the hugest fan. I like carrot sticks and stuff, but in the sense of greens and that, cucumber is even hard for me to kind of eat. I have to chop it up usually really small and mix it in rice or something so I know it's there, but I don't. Kind of like a kid, but anyway. That is another goal this week. That'll be a long-term goal, but it's more incorporated in this week. And I think that I'm going to have goals every week, whereas I review the week before and determine what I should improve, which is what I'm doing right now. And so I want to incorporate more vegetables. Thirdly, I want to be more efficient with my calorie counting. I've decided that's the way I'm going to go because it works for me. It might not work for you, and it might not work for many people, but in the sense of things, I find I stay much more on track with it, and I'm certainly not going to do it forever because I'll get used to the way of. The main goal overall is to pick healthier choices, to get baked potato instead of fries and such things. But in the sense of I'm going to do up my calories just for now to see how it works and I kind of like it the last few days I've been doing it, and it keeps me really on track because it's kind of like spending money in a sense of there's my budget for the week or for the day. And if I go over, then it's like in debt. You know what I mean? Like I find with that, it keeps me much more on track. But overall, the big decision is making the healthier choice. And speaking of calories, I do keep track on my computer of my calories. I go to a calorie website, the about.com one, and I count out my calories and I keep it in a folder here on my PC. But I'm also going to have a notebook now and write down my calories in that. So I'm going to go with that as well. And lastly, for week 2, I'm going to pick one thing a day, not necessarily about that day or whatever. I'm going to focus on one good thing day, either whether it's a memory, whether it's a piece of food I tried, it's something. And in my blog and my videos on here, I am going to talk about that good thing from that day if I'm videotaping. I keep saying videotaping and I mean recording. But anyway, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to give in my weigh in and stuff, but I am going to focus on one good thing a day. So, because I believe a big part of being healthy is being healthy minded as well and being positive. And we certainly can't do that 100% of the time, but I would like to be able to focus on something per day and be thankful for that. Whether it be the fabulous fruit salad I made, or whether it be remembering Sunday dinners at Grammy Guy's. It can be anything. It can be anything, and it's up to me. And it would be the same as if you do it for yourself, it's up to you, and they could be totally different. It could be the song you wrote your boyfriend. So it can be whatever you want. And yes, that's the goals for week 2. I'm really looking forward to this week. I really, really am. And I hope that it goes as well as week 1 did, because I certainly feel a difference in my body. My stomach is not sick half as much. I don't have as much headaches. I'm not throwing up half the time because I actually was. I was at least throwing up every few days because of what I was eating. And I feel I'm even just happy about that. I certainly want to lose weight, and I don't mind saying that. I would love to be able to look in this camera 6 months from now and see a thinner self, but let's get there. I got through week 1, and these videos, to be honest with you, as I've said a ton of times now, they're helping me. So I'm going to continue doing this as one of my motivations, because the inboxes that I get and just even being able to express myself makes me feel better. And it gives me the confidence to stand up and say, yes, I am trying to eat healthier. Do you have a problem with that? Because some people, I have friends that don't really get it, and they're like, oh, you're young, I know you can worry about it when you're in your 30s, and no, I want to worry about it now, and I want to become that now. I don't want to be having cardiac problems and heart problems like my grandmother in 10 years. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I could rant into that, but anyway, I'm going to not rant. I'm trying not to. So, week 2. See you tomorrow.